We're joined by Kristin Strohm, President and CEO of the Common Sense Policy Roundtable, and Henry Sobanet, a new fellow with the organization. So thank you both for being here. We appreciate it. I know Common Sense is a nonprofit, free enterprise think tank dedicated to the protection and promotion of Colorado's economy. So explain that. What is
And that is a mouthful, but thanks for having us, Anne. Basically, our mission is to take those big public policy proposals that are often complex and hard to understand and distill those down into concrete facts, tangible information that voters, legislators, and all Coloradans can understand so that we're better informed and can make good decisions.
So, is that anything and everything? I mean, how do you narrow this down?
In the last year, it's a great question. We have covered topics ranging from Initiative 300, homelessness, paid family leave, Senate Bill 188. Right now, we're looking at the public option. Really, all of the big undertaking public policy issues are what we're focused on, and we use a dynamic econometric model to really simulate what those public policy decisions and impacts could mean to you and me.
Dynamic econometric. Okay, so what does that mean? I know, Henry, your emphasis is on transportation right now, so explain how that all works together.
Well, I think for the transportation project, what we're trying to do is find a different way of showing all of the needs around the state and what it means if we did nothing from here forward. And so what's nice about this project is there's been a lot of discussion about transportation. There appears to be a consensus that we should do something, but that something hasn't quite been figured out. So the working theory right now is to find a different way of describing the status quo, the cost of doing nothing. Also, why is the list so big? How does it actually get to $9 billion? And what would it mean if we did a chunk of it? Where would those roads be? What would those projects be? At the end of the day, this is about mobility and moving goods and services and people around Colorado for their enjoyment, for their lives, for our economy, all the things that happen through transportation. But we believe, doing nothing isn't a good choice, but at the same time, people haven't had a chance to get their minds around it, maybe in an easy to digest way.
So what is the problem? I mean, clearly this is Colorado's biggest frustration, I think, one of many, but what is the problem with transportation? Why can we not get, I mean, you say there's danger of doing nothing, so why can't we get to, we don't have to get from A to Z, but maybe A to C?
Well, it depends on your perspective, but one issue is that the way we pay for roads hasn't changed in a very long time. And so the gas tax has been 22 cents since 1991. It's affected by fuel economy, it's affected by inflation to build roads. And from 2010 to 2019, 31 states adjusted their gas tax or reformed it. Colorado wasn't one of those states. We have an extra hurdle in Colorado. We have to go to a vote of the people for changes like this. And so voters are skeptical and elections are hard to have. So one issue is we haven't reformed how we pay for roads in a very long time. Another issue is we've grown a lot. Colorado has grown disproportionately to the national economy. It's an attractive place to work. We have a very diversified economy. So it's been the collision of a lot of things, a lot of new people, a system that is old, and now we have this extra hurdle of making sure people understand what they're getting if they had to pay more.
So I know you're a nonpartisan group, correct?
Correct.
So, again, we constantly hear that word partisanship in politics, in everything anymore. How do you bridge that?
Well, I think that this fellowship is a perfect example. This fellowship was started by Terry J. Stevenson, who was one of our founding board members, and he really had the vision to bring two individuals who maybe had different political backgrounds, who had diverse perspectives, together to look at addressing some of these big issues that we just seem to not be solving in the state. And so we are thrilled that Henry Sobanet, who's probably one of the most brilliant budget minds in the state of Colorado, worked under two different governors of different political backgrounds, and Ben Stein, who was the first CFO at CDOT, are going to be tackling this together. And I think that just shows, hopefully, when we come together across party lines or from different perspectives, we can really come up with solutions that matter.
So we have less than a minute now. So where do you take that information? How do you bring it together and how do you deliver it and hope that it ends up getting somewhere?
My hope is that we find a way to show how the system works, how decisions get made, what the projects would be that people aren't seeing getting done, and what the benefits of having them. It's still going to be up to the political system and people way beyond our influence zone to do something with it, but I think at a minimum we can try and recast the situation and explain it better.
And bring bring all parties to
Bring
the table.
common sense to the discussion.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks,
Okay,
Anne.
Thanks.
thank you both so much. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be right back.